How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and last time we just found out that Dunsparce has a hidden admirer and ran off to try and get stronger. So now we have to go find him, and he's over at the Desolate Canyon. So we're gonna want to make sure we're set. Whoa, that was great. Did you see that? He got all confused. That's pretty funny. I don't know what that was all about. Alright, anyway, so before you head on out, what I strongly recommend doing is make sure you have 3 or 4 orange berries in your inventory. Maybe in a max elixir or 2. Definitely recommend at least 1. And then, if you have any of these items, they will come in handy coming up. The all dodge orb, the all power up orb, slumber orb is also very helpful. But any orbs that help you out will be really useful. But particularly the all power-up orb will make it so easy. And then the all dodge orb will really help too. You can get those at various dungeons here and there. But for right now, we're gonna check out Desolate Canyon. Thankfully, I'm fortunate that I got some of that stuff. So let's head on over there. I recommend being at least level 11, but level 12 before you head into here is also pretty useful. Also at this point, you can choose your party member's tactics. Yeah, as this thing shows you, you can just go into the status screen and then see this thing that says tactics meeting here? Yeah, well you can use this and you can choose these basic options that affect the Pokemon's AI. Let's go together as the usual one, where, you know, if it sees a foe, it tries to fight and stuff. Follow me just follows. Doesn't really jump in line or anything, so don't use moves if you don't want them to use any moves. Go after foes if you want them to chase things around. Don't recommend that unless you're like in a big room or something and you change back afterwards. Wait there is really one of the most helpful ones. Wait there and get away from here. Wait there is useful if, you know, you're exploring and then he ends up going all over the place, because that'll just help keep him in line. Or you can use get away from there if, you know, you gotta get him out. Anyway, so we have to deal with these Patilil as always. They're still kind of annoying. But as you saw in the message, there was a Vullaby nearby, and that's very, very frustrating to fight because it'll eat up your orange berries with pluck. There's also these Litwicks. These can be very annoying if you're using Snivy at all. But if you have a dark type or water type attack, you'll be in good shape. Boom. Oh yeah, there's that Vullaby. This thing is a real pain. Try to take it out as quickly as possible. Otherwise it'll use pluck. At least I'm pretty sure that's the one with pluck. Alright, so I did find the stairs. I just want to see if there's anything else useful around here. Alright, there's not. Oh yeah, there's also Krogunk. This thing isn't as annoying, but if you are Oshawott or your partner's Oshawott, make sure you don't hit it with a water type attack. Because so often these things have, dry skin, and that'll make it so water type attacks just absorb hit points. And your partner likes to derp around and do that a lot. You'll probably figure it out after the first time you try it, but your partner won't be so smart. Okay, well, that's good enough for me. Let's head on upstairs. This is a fairly long dungeon, at least compared to the recent ones. So you might want to make sure you have sufficient amount of max elixirs handy. Hopefully you'll pick some up too. Ah, Fungus. That's another really annoying Pokemon here. Oh yeah, that's right. These things can use Confuse Ray. If they do that, just try to switch out really quick, but really, you just gotta kind of... Ow, you jerk! See, the problem is, if you try to attack while you're confused, you'll just flail around in a random direction. There we go, now I'm back to normal. Oh, come on, really? Sorry. Here, why don't you do it? Ah. Yeah, it's very annoying when both of you get confused. Okay, finally. Alright, now let's see. Ooh, cherry berry. Whoa, what is that? Is that a clink? A clang? Whoa, it's a clang. Oh my goodness, that thing hit really hard. What the heck? Huh, why is this thing so strong? Alright, you better heal up. What the heck? This thing is insane. I don't understand why this thing is so strong. Okay, we're gonna use a slumber orb. Take that, you jerk. Wow, 300 experience. That's insane. I wonder what that was all about. Does that even show up on who's around? Yeah, I guess it does. Huh. If you run into a clang, be very careful. They seem to be very hard. Oh yeah, so then there's this Vullaby here. You can use Gust, as you see. Fury attack also hits multiple times and can be generally annoying. But, I think it has Pluck, and that's what gets very annoying. Oh yeah, there's that Fungus. So it can use Growth, right? Which is pretty gross as it is. But on top of that, if you hit it with, like, Scratch or Tackle or something, it may trigger, Effect Spore, which could poison you, it could paralyze you, it can just affect you with any kind of nasty condition, so it gets extremely aggravating trying to fight those things. Plus, as I said, they can use Growth, which, you know, is a pain. Alright, Patillo. At least they're not quite so rampant with Absorb and Leech Seed. Yay! Broham, level 12. 3 hit points, cool. Hey, that's a pretty solid level up there. I'll take it. Alright, we gotta find that darn place. Oh, yeah, that's right. It can use Bide, too. Now, if you're in a corridor like this and the Fungus uses Bide, just hold in B and press A before attacking it. Otherwise, it's going to strike you back for, like, around double the damage you took. Actually, I think it's about 1.5 times as much. So it can hit for a lot of damage unexpectedly if you're not careful. If you're in a room, you have to be very careful because your partner will probably derp and attack the thing unless you tell it not to. Oh, that's right. It's these Arcan with Pluck, if I recall correctly. One of them has Pluck. I don't know. But I know they're very annoying when they do have it. Alright, well, that's good. I'm at level 12 now. Guess we can still find Clang here, but we gotta watch out for that thing. That thing is rough. Okay, a Totter Orb. You know how I was telling you about those orbs that could be helpful in the upcoming fight? Well, to be honest, a Totter Orb probably is not going to be that helpful. I mean, if you have it, it can work, but actually, I guess it'd be okay. It's not the most recommended orb, but if you happen to find one, hold on to it. Oh yeah, here we go. Now these are dark types, so you can't use any of your dark type moves against them. Or, I mean, you can, but they're not going to do a lot of damage. And then Arcan here is a, it's a rock flying type. Oh, here we go again. What the? Alright. Yeah, steal that Oranberry, come on. Broham, why you cringe? Come on, don't do that. Come on. Alright, well, that only took forever. Skip it. I'm just going back up. Oh, yeah. These things like to use Mud Slap. That gets rather irritating. Now, sometimes I end up hitting Pokemon even if it's not very effective. And while that isn't generally the best move, one thing that's important to remember is not very effective is actually a lot more effective in Mystery Dungeon than in any of the other games. It'll still do, I think, what is it, 80 or 90% damage instead of, like, half damage. So it still does a good amount. So if you don't want to burn through your PP of the move you're planning on using, you can just hit it with something that's resistant, and it won't be the end of the world. It just won't hit for quite as much. So that's why I use something like Assurance against Krogunk. Because you only have so many uses of moves before you have to use a Max Elixir. And as you can see, I'm starting to run low, so let's go through this Assurance first. Okay, the good news is I'm getting more Oran Berries. Woo, sparkly. Blast Seed. Now, remember what I was telling you about Blast Seeds, right? Be very careful with them. I'm gonna keep this one in my inventory. Must be the, whatchamacallit that has Pluck. Vullaby. That seems about right. They're very annoying. Well, I guess just in case it doesn't happen, what I'll tell you is Vullaby can use Pluck to eat your Blast Seed and then hit you for like 50 damage or 30 damage or some big amount of damage. And it hits really unexpectedly, so that's why you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful when you're dealing with Blast Seeds in your inventory. I guess the best way to get around it is just to use the Blast Seed, but, you know, you kind of like to hold on to these things. Oh, this is great. Alright, what do we got over here, huh? Defense Scarf. Hey, that could come in handy. Let's see if we can find that Blitzel. Yo, Blitzel, where you at? Come on. I want that scarf, bro. Oh, it's you. Thankfully, we haven't had much bad luck with, whatchamacallit yet. Oh, yeah, I'm out of PP. Okay, so now's a good time to use it. I think I still have another floor or two to go. Ta-da! Oh, hi. Jeez, come on. Okay, cool. Let's see. Oh, there's that Blitzel. Let's get this thing. Sweet, the defense scarf. So, probably a better idea to give this to Broham instead of the Zinc Band. Okay, well, we've explored everywhere here, so let's, oh, darn you, get out of my way. Yeah, you too, come on. Better scoot, Arken. Okay, up to the next floor. Floor 6. Let's see what we have here. Heal Seed. Oh, there's that Bite again. See, if you just pass, it'll make it so much more manageable. Thankfully, I haven't been hit with a Vex Spore yet. It gets so frustrating when you do get hit with it. Alright, let's get this thing. I guess the Heal Seed could come in handy for those situations where you're all confused and stuff. You can also use a Health Orb if you happen to have one. Okay, let's see. What else do we have down here? Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, there's another Clang. I don't want to fight that thing. That thing's just too hard. Okay, 7th floor and right here at the 8th already, but let's at least pick up these items. Slumber orb, very nice. Anything else close by? I don't want to go too far. Boom. Oh man, I got burned with the stupid flame body. Okay, no big deal. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna head upstairs. I don't want to stay burned for long. And I think the 8th floor... Yeah, the 8th floor is the last floor. The 7th is the last floor, and then stuff happens here at the 8th floor. As you can see. Huh? What's the problem? I think I better go home after all. Go home? Why? I was really upset back in town. When I heard what you two were saying, I thought, I want to be strong right away. And that's why I came this far, but I'm not sure just getting stronger is what I really want. And besides, when I really think about it, no one can become strong just like that, right? So I'm going home. Goodbye. Stop it right there, Runt. Eek! Here, so you figured it out. Clever little Runt. But don't you think it's a bit too late for that? That's right. It's just like you said, there's no simple way to get strong. Ha ha ha! What we're after is Poke. So we're out with it. Hand over the cash. And all your stuff, too. If you hand it all over without a fight, we'll let you off easy this time. Don't you touch Dunsparce! Emolga! Freeze, you two! Don't you move a muscle! Dunsparce is my best friend, you hear? Ha ha ha! Friends, huh? I don't care either way, but you plan to fight us. You think you can win against us? Hey, sounds good to me. We'll just take this guy's stuff too. Hey, Dunsparce! He's here! Broham! Tusks! Thank goodness! Looks like we're still in time. Dunsparce, I'm sorry about what happened in town. Broham. How about it, bullies? What you gonna do now? Your chances don't look so good now, do they? Hehehe. So, Emolga or whatever your name is. You got us surrounded, huh? You think this is a battle that'll just come down to sheer numbers, do you? Uh-oh, don't tell me. If that's true, then how about this? It's your turn, lads. Aye, aye. Uh-oh, they brought in reinforcements. Whoa! Whoa! So, Emolga, now it's your chances that don't look so good, yeah? The side with bigger numbers wins. Isn't that what you thought? Erg. Emolga, everybody! I'm going to fight. You don't need to protect me. I will fight and I won't be afraid, I promise. So you should all... Dunsparce. That's a spirit, Dunsparce. Dunsparce, well said. Dear me, you seem to be completely surrounded now, don't you? Well then, I guess it's about time to wrap things up here. Come on, lads, all together now. Yar! Hold it right there. Who's there? Who are you? Verizon. You? Poniard. You told Emolga and these other Pokemon that they were surrounded, didn't you? And yet, who's surrounded now? Girder! It's Girder! And the Timber! Hey, Poniard brothers! Broham and Tusks are my precious customers, you hear? If anything happens to our customers, you won't be getting off easy. Taking advantage of the weakness in Dunsparce's heart with this dirty plot, you two really are pathetic, aren't you? Irk, like we'll lose to you fools. Watch out, everyone! Here they come! Let's get 'em, lads. Woo! Alright, so it is time for a battle royale. Look at all these Pokemon in the battle. Jeez, in fact, we're gonna have to use this look around just to just to even see. Now, thankfully, the fight goes mostly autopilot. You have Verizon helping, you have Dunsparce helping, Amalga helping, Timber number 1, Timber number 2, and Girder all helping, in addition to you and your partner. So if you just focus on these two Venipedes over here, you should be alright, because these, I mean, they pretty much handle the Poniard just fine. But, remember when I was telling you, if you have one of these orbs, if you have an all-dodge orb, that'll make it so everyone gets really dodgy and stuff. They'll be able to evade pretty much all the attacks, which is awesome. The all-power-up orb makes the fight go just so fast. It's not even funny. The Slumber Orb, that keeps everyone in place, puts them to sleep. Or all the foes, at least. You can use both that and the All-Power Orb, and you'll be set. If you don't have a Slumber Orb, you could also use the Totter Orb to make everyone kind of confused. But that can sometimes backfire, too. So, you know, your call. I'd strongly recommend the All-Power-Up Orb first, if you got it, though. Just go ahead and use it. Boom! And now, the entire room of allies get their attack and special attack way, way increased. So, yeah, this should go very quickly. Boom. I mean, you can't even keep track of what's going on. It's going so fast. So don't try to think too much about it. Just wait until it's your turn, and then you can use something else. What's really important in this fight is to keep an eye on both you and your partner's hit points on the bottom screen. Because if either of you two run out of hit points, it's pretty much game over. Now, let's use that Slumber Orb. And now it just gets easy mode. Now, the fight isn't really that hard, even if you don't have these items. It just makes it substantially easier and quicker. Okay, yeah, I guess it's my turn to help now. I know, it's just this giant free-for-all. It's pretty great, though. And, yeah, it took, what, 3-4 turns? Oh, God. Let's get out of here. Wait, you spineless little... We're coming too! Wow! We beat him! We really chased away the bad guys! We did it! Sweet. Well played, everyone. But... how did you all end up here? Our lovely Verizon told us. She said Dunsparce was in trouble. Verizon did? Well, I didn't see you. I happened to see you talking with Quagsire. I didn't hear everything, but it was enough to put the pieces together. So that's what happened. It's finally over. Dunsparce, you okay? Yeah, I guess I got rescued again, huh? But I was actually gullible enough to believe I could be strong just like that. It was all because of me that you all... I really am useless, aren't I? That's not true. You realized it before you went too far, didn't you? That it's not easy to get strong. If you hadn't, we would have been way worse off. We might have had to fight those bullies on their own turf instead of here in the open. I'm glad they didn't take you all the way to their hideout. And besides, you fought bravely to the end without giving in to fear, right? You did good, Dunsparce. I, for one, think you gave it your all. Hey, Mulga. I have to apologize. It was my fault that you felt like you had to get stronger. I'm sorry about that, but bad Pokemon are always looking to take advantage of gullible Pokemon like you. You trust others way too easily. You can't live like that these days. You know, you can't just trust other Pokemon. Not in the world we live in now. I wonder if you're right about that. It's true that you probably shouldn't trust anyone you meet right away, but is trusting one another really such a terrible thing? Is it so wrong to believe in someone? I know there are a lot of dishonest Pokemon out there these days, but if you don't take that first step, then no one else is ever going to open up and trust you either, are they? You were right when you said that Dunsparce isn't strong. He's not. He's pretty weak, actually. But at least he can trust. That trust will make us a real force to be reckoned with. I think that trusting one another shows real strength. I think it's the realest strength we have. That's why I have to ask, Dunsparce, and you too, Emolga, why don't you two come be a part of our paradise? What? You want us? I do. We're gonna make a Pokemon paradise, you see. Pokemon paradise? We're gonna go on all kinds of adventures and find lots of treasures. We'll enjoy every day full of excitement and fun together. My dream is to make a real paradise. Wow. I'm going to need good friends to help me along the way. No, I'm going to need great friends. Just like you two. Don't you agree, Tusks? Yeah, sure. Are you sure? I mean, I'm not. We're sure. Then I definitely want to join you. Well, I don't really mind if that's what Dunsparce wants to do. All right. Thanks, you two. We did it, Tusks. We're finally on our way to making our paradise. Tusks, Broham, I'm going to do my best. Let's make a real paradise together. Guess I don't have much choice then. I'll give it my all too. Let's do this. Do you mind if I interrupt? I have a request for you all. Will you let me join your paradise as well? Whoa, yeah. What? The lovely Verizon is going to join Tusks and Broham. You? What do you think you're trying to pull now, huh? What happened to all your big talk about not making friends, not trusting anyone? You just say whatever comes into your head, don't you? You're messing with us. If you're just toying with us, then we don't need you in our paradise. Toying with you? Yes, I can see how you would think that. I won't make any excuses for my behavior. But, even saying that, is there no way you can let me be a part of your paradise? I do not approve. No way. Come on, Broham. Tell her to hit the road. Okay, you can be a part of paradise too. What? Well, we need someone popular. Why should I have to be friends with someone like her? I'll never accept you, you hear that? Right, Dunsparce? You gotta feel the same, don't you? Oh. What? But if you're going to be one of us, then that means you'll have to trust us. You'll have to believe in all of us. Can you do that? I'll just have to try. Then I guess it's decided. As of today, Verizon is also one of us. Thanks. I'm not okay with this, Broham. Seriously, not okay, just so you know. Aw, don't be like that. Why would you even want someone like that in your paradise? Sorry. It was the first time that someone actually asked to join. I got so excited that I honestly didn't even think before saying yes. What kind of a reason is that? Well, it looks like I've caused a bit of a fight, but I'm looking forward to working together with you all. I guess I'll be heading back first then. All right. Girder. Yes, my lovely Verizon. What you said, back there. Turns out that when Verizon went to Girder and asked for his help to save Dunsparce... What? Dunsparce is? Got it! Then I'm going too. Boss, we'll go with you. What a fool. This only happened because he believes any old Pokemon he meets. They should be headed for Desolate Canyon. Come at once, would you? Hold on. You know, my lovely Verizon, you may act like you don't trust anyone or anything in this rotten world, but Tusks and Broham alone are, well, don't you underestimate them. I used to be the same as you once, and then I took an arrow to the knee. I didn't have any faith left in the world. But unlike you, my lovely, I crossed the line and did bad things to other Pokemon. Until quite recently, in fact. But meeting Tusks and Broham, it changed the way I thought about things. Every time I see those two, I think this world isn't worth giving up on yet. I think I might understand now what you were trying to tell me. Humph. Did I say something like that? No need to act so bashful. Oh, never mind. But I've been thinking it was about time to leave Post Town. Perhaps sticking around isn't a bad idea, though. If I stay here, I feel like I might finally find it. That one precious thing I've been searching for. I wonder what her ulterior motives are. Who knows? Guess we'll find out. Well, maybe not in the next episode, but we'll find out sometime. Anyway, that's all for this episode, so I will see you on the next episode of Marriland's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity Adventure. See you next time, hooligans!